Bonjour, bonjour. Just wanted to. I went for a walk with the dogs this morning, and I was kind of thinking on my way around about kind of my life thus far, and this is all part of this journey, and this is why I'm writing things down every day. But I want to start documenting these things here as well, because this started out just being for my kids, to kind of show them the journey I'm making. And it's not just a trip, it really was, and is, I should say, for me to find out the man that I need to be, the man that I am. So hence finding myself at 52, because I've gone through my whole life following everybody else, doing what everybody else wanted me to do in most of my relationships. And I'm sure if any of my ex-partners, Paula for certain, will attest to that in most respects, and that I kind of didn't ever have my own thing that I would insist on doing. You know, it was always, do you fancy doing this? And I'd be like, yeah, okay. Or should we go here on holiday? Yeah, okay. You know, I never kind of had my thing. So I followed everybody else, and I've done it my whole life, and I've never had time for me. I've never had that will and desire and confidence to say, no, I want to do this today, or I'm going to do that, and it was always the worry of upsetting the person I was with. That if I said no, they'd be upset with me, instead of having the confidence to go, no, I don't really fancy doing that. You know, and even if it was, I'd rather stay and watch TV, I didn't have that confidence to say that. And so this is all part of what I've been doing, and finding all these things out about myself and learning this, which has been really good. And yeah, so this morning I was taking the dogs for a walk, and it occurred to me that I kind of never had a plan for myself, for my life. You know, when you're a child, you go, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be this or that or the other. And although I had all those aspirations as a child, I never had a kind of a plan, apart from going in the army. That was my only plan. There was nothing else. And after that plan kind of didn't come to fruition fully, I just went from job to job, and and I always did well in all my jobs. Don't get me wrong. I always got promoted, or never stayed on the same level. I was always full of ideas, which I always am now. So working as a business consultant, as I was doing before I left the UK, was good, because I can see how business are working, and I can see better processes to put into place and make things work. But for me, I never do that. I never have ever had that. And this journey has kind of made me think, well, do I need to have that at the moment? And I guess I don't really need to have that. Yes, when this is all over, if it's all out, I don't really know what's going to happen. And I kind of want it to be like that. I want me to go along and see what happens next, Meeting these guys here was one of those things. I just happened to turn up here with another chap, and these guys asked me to come and work here, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll come work here for a couple of weeks, and it's ended up being a lot longer, but it's been great, and I've had some brilliant experiences, met some fantastic new people, had lots of fun, lots of positivity, so really good stuff going on, and I want to continue with that on that vein. And I'm still on the workaway site, and there's a few places in Italy that are looking for people, and going to kind of do that over the next month or 6 weeks. And then hopefully I get the ski job. But other than that, I haven't got a plan. I haven't got when I get back to England, I'm going to this, or we'll live here, or get this job. And it's a little bit scary, but also quite exciting, not knowing what I'm doing. And to most people looking at this and listening to me are going to be going, whoa, no way, never going to happen, need the security. And I get that, I totally get that. But when you've lived your whole life for other people, and I don't mean that in a nasty way to anybody at all, but I have done that. Thinking about it now, I've lived my whole life for other people, and I do not regret a day. I do not begrudge a day. My children are my world, and and when they were younger, I stayed around. I wasn't one of the dads that disappeared off and, you know, said, oh, I can't be bothered. You know, I stayed around. Every weekend I'd have the children, I'd pick them up from school, we'd go on holidays together. You know, we went on some amazing holidays, just me and the kids. We've had some great times, and I do not begrudge a single day of all of that. But again, I did that for them. I did all my relationships and everything in my relationships for the people I was with. So now I'm doing this for me, and it's exciting and scary. And if anyone can do this, I think you should. I really do. It's been a real eye-opener for me. And you know, yeah, there's sort of scary points. What happens if the van breaks down? What happens if this? What happens if that? But hey, that's part of the excitement of the whole journey, isn't it? Those things will happen. But it's all been really good fun. As I say, the people I've met so far have been amazing and so kind. I can't believe the kindness of humanity. And that might sound really deep, but I've turned up here and these people have given me somewhere to live. You know, Tony's paid me some money whenever I've worked hard for him, and give me, feed me, and you know, I'm looking after their house. They're trusting me to look after their property while they're not here. And how amazing is that you can meet people, and within a few weeks they trust you, and you know, to look after their animals, to look after their house. You know, it's phenomenal, isn't it? There are people out there like that. And I want to continue to do that. So my plan today is to do all the rest of the work that Tony set me, which I'll finish today. I will then start on my van. So yesterday I did all my mechanical bits. I greased up all the bits underneath that were a bit rusty, tightened nuts and bolts up that looked a bit loose. I tried to take my dashboard out, but as you'll see from a previous video, I can't work out. Getting it out won't be a problem. I can get it out, the old one, but the new one is a different template. So I'm just a bit worried about fitting that in. I mean, I could just do it for now, put it in, and just get on with it. But I'd rather not. But I need the heater. So that's the only key thing. When I get down to the Alps, up to the Alps, or whichever direction it is, the way the world's spinning at the moment. That one's theirs for Justine. I'll need some heat, so that's the only thing I need to make sure is working. But I could just plug the bits back on and use it, so that shouldn't be a problem. So did all the oils, all the levels, water and everything. Completely drained out my coolant bottle and topped it up with pure coolant, because it's been getting a little bit warm, not overheating, but getting just above the halfway mark. And I think it's because I've mixed some water with the coolant. So I emptied everything out and refreshed it with just fresh coolant. Done all the oil and everything. And then the rest of this week, apart from looking after all the animals and everything here, I'm going to make sure that I completely gut the van, give it a really good spring clean, autumn clean, whatever you want to call it, and put it all back together again. So that's my plan for this week. And then Sunday, Monday, I will say au revoir to everybody here and head south. So with a little bit of trepidation, because it is scary. It's almost like when I left the UK. It's the same thing. It's taken another step leaving here, but it's got to be done, and it's what I set out to do, to find myself. And the only way you can do that is to be by yourself. So yeah. So anyway, please subscribe, like, and share my videos. I'd really like to get more subscribers. Thank you all very much for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.